Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the graduation ceremony for graduates of the Faculties of Business and Hotel Management, Education, Education in the Arts, Engineering and Applied Science, Environmental Sciences, Nursing and Health Sciences, and Science and Technology. In a few minutes, the graduation ceremony will commence. The procession of staff will enter first. After a brief pause, the university fanfares will announce the entry of the dais party. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the entry of the staff procession and dais party and remain standing until both parties are seated. Thank you.
Vice-Chancellor, Professor Dr. Maladi, members of Council, distinguished visitors, graduates, families, ladies and gentlemen. It is customary for the University and its guests to gather as a body for the purpose of conferring academic awards on its graduates. On behalf of the Chancellor of Griffith University, Mr. Justice McCrossan, it is my pleasure to extend a very warm welcome to everyone present for this graduation ceremony. It has always been the custom for Griffith University and its guests to gather to celebrate the conferral of academic awards on its graduates. These occasions hold special significance for the graduates, for their families and friends, and for the entire university community. In whatever capacity you're here this afternoon, you are most welcome. However, it is with great sadness that I mention the sudden death of our dear friend and respected colleague, Professor Philip Jones. His presence is particularly missed by his colleagues and students from the Faculty of Environmental Sciences. Professor Jones had been determined to attend this ceremony, along with the opening of the new Environmental Sciences and Engineering 1 building and launch of the first graduates of Bachelor of Environmental Engineering course, which is to be held next Tuesday. We are all saddened that he is not here on this occasion, and on behalf of us all, I extend to his family our sympathy. Thank you, Arlene, and other members of Philip's family for being with us today. I especially welcome Professor Dr. Maladi from the Universitas de Pecanogro as our guest this afternoon. The collaboration between the Universitas and Griffith in the areas of tourism, environment and culture will greatly benefit not only both our institutions, but also Central Java and Queensland, and indeed Indonesia and Australia. May I say how pleased we are, Professor Maladi, that you are present for this important event in the life of the university. We look forward very much to your occasional address later in these proceedings. The graduates whom we honour this afternoon illustrate the breadth and diversity of a modern university education in an innovative institution such as Griffith. 7 of our faculties are represented this afternoon: Business and Hotel Management, Education, Education and the Arts, Engineering and Applied Science, Environmental Sciences, Nursing and Health Sciences, and Science and Technology. We welcome each of them to this ceremony and readily acknowledge all they have achieved in their studies. 3 of our graduates can be especially proud of the award they will receive today. Ms. Donna Austin, who will graduate with Bachelor of Teaching, has not allowed the impairment of her physical mobility to prevent her from successfully pursuing her goal of qualifying as a primary school teacher. Ms. Amanda Lorcan and Ms. Sally Strobridge, who will graduate with Bachelor of Science in Australian Environmental Studies, are the first deaf science graduates from Griffith University and among the first half dozen from any Australian university. The achievements of these graduates demonstrate that determination and effort, with the provision of adequate support, can overcome difficulties once thought to be barriers to a tertiary education. Griffith University is committed to providing encouragement and support to all of its students, but particularly to those who face special adversity. In view of the university's commitment to excellence and innovation, I am particularly pleased to mention some of the significant recent events affecting the faculties. The Faculty of Business and Hotel Management last year established the Centre for Tourism and Hotel Management Research. The centre addresses a broad range of topics in the area of tourism research, emphasising the needs of industry and the community for sustainable tourism development. The School of Tourism and Hotel Management has again received the Queensland Tourism Award for Industry Education. The faculty continues to expand its offerings in a new and innovative way, introducing the Master of Tourism Management and the Bachelor of Business in Professional Golf Management next year, in response to a growing demand for professional education in those areas. The Faculty of Education is strongly represented in this afternoon's body of graduates, especially in the areas of advanced professional development and adult and vocational education. The Bachelor of Education in Advanced Professional Development, offered by flexible learning modes, has a strong cohort of teachers studying by distance education modes from various parts of Queensland. Together with the Open Learning Centre, hosted in the Faculty of Humanities, the distance education activities of the Faculty of Education demonstrate the commitment of Griffith University to extending opportunities for study and advancement to students who cannot attend local classes. The Master of Special Education to be introduced next year will be offered only in the distance education mode. The university also plans to offer next year the Bachelor of Science in Child and Family Studies and the Graduate Diploma of Child and Family Studies. This is in keeping with a commitment to education as an activity embracing concerns far wider than the traditional school sector. The Faculty of Education and the Arts, which is located at the Gold Coast campus, is also expanding its offerings. A multi-campus Bachelor of Arts course will allow students to design a degree program from subjects and majors on offer across the university to meet individually their aspirations and career goals. The faculty is also the Queensland representative in a consortium of 14 Australian universities, which has received funding of $1 million to develop innovative links between schools and universities. The Faculty of Environmental Studies also deserves special mention. It has recently occupied a new $1.5 million building, which includes 6 teaching laboratories and 11 research laboratories. As part of an expansion of teaching activities, a new graduate course in environmental planning will be offered from 1995. Specialist areas within this course will include environmental management and impact assessment, land planning for Indigenous people, and recreational planning. Postgraduate courses in clinical nursing offered by the Faculty of Nursing and Health Sciences are the first collaboratively designed higher education courses in Queensland. This is the result of input from the university, the Department of Employment, Education and Training, from unions, from employers and from the community. I should also mention that one of our graduates in the Bachelor of Nursing from Semester 1, Army Nurse Captain Lorna Todd, volunteered with 300 other Australian personnel to join the relief effort in Rwanda, in which task she bears our very best wishes. The newly created School of Exercise Science within the faculty will consolidate links with the Australian Institute of Sport. In addition, a new graduate school of health, which is unique in Australia, is being developed. The first pre-medical degree offered by Griffith University in the Bachelor of Health Science will be introduced in 1995. The Australian Institute for Suicide Research and Prevention has been established as an allied centre within the faculty and will formulate a national strategy for suicide prevention. Finally, I turn to the Faculty of Science and Technology. Following success of the Advanced Studies program for the Bachelor of Science, the School of Science will offer a Bachelor of Information Technology with Advanced Studies. This course is designed for students of outstanding ability who will complete all requirements of the Information Technology course and perform additional assessment and project work under the guidance of academic staff mentors. This faculty also plans to offer a new postgraduate diploma and coursework, master's degree in forensic science in 1995. Staff from the faculty have also managed some noteworthy achievements. Professor Ian Lowe, Head of School of Science, has been appointed Chair of the State of the Environment Advisory Committee for the Commonwealth Government. Professor Colin Ruston has received the Burroughs Award from the Royal Australian Chemical Institute in recognition of his significant contributions to science. At 43, he is the youngest person to receive this award. A parallel supercomputer has now been installed at Griffith University, provided by funding of $1.3 million from the Australian Research Council. This, the most powerful computer in Australia, will be used by a consortium of Queensland universities led by Griffith University for computing research and for investigating the application of supercomputing in science, environmental science, engineering and other disciplines. It is natural to feel pride in the achievements of an institution as progressive and as innovative in its outlook as Griffith University. Our many graduates have earned success and acclaim in Australia and overseas. Those who graduate this afternoon will take their place among a growing band of whom this university is justly proud. As we continue with our proceedings, I express once again warm congratulations to each of our graduates and extend to them our best wishes for the future. I now call on the Deans to present graduates from their respective faculties who are to receive their awards at this ceremony.
Acting Deputy Chancellor, the Dean of Business and Hotel Management.
Acting Deputy Chancellor, I present graduates who have been granted the Bachelor of Business. Deb Baker. Adam Beegling. Deborah Ben. Anita Chan. Scott Chapman. Jodie Cowben. Gina Doria. Colin Dobby. Melanie Drever. Cindy Gibson-Chechik. Justin Haggerty. Brett Hender. Carol Hobson. Murray James. Michelle Jeffrey. Debbie Maguire. Jackie Matthews. Kelly McBean. Robert Mosley. Donna Murray. Megan Murray. Nicole Nicholas. Oji Erdeni Ducolo. Juliet Parker. Brett Parslow. Karen Rasmussen. Andrew Sands. Nadine Thornton. Nicole Vayro. Karen Walker. Rexon Wolny. Justine Yao. Acting Deputy Chancellor, I present graduates who have been granted the Bachelor of Hotel Management. Tom Chen. Yok Fu. Kylie Hill. Paula Hill Motion. Jang Ik Kim. Yong Bae Kim. Lai Lee. Karen Mackenzie. Carol Tan. And Gay Willoughby. Acting Deputy Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of graduates of courses of the Faculty of Business and Hotel Management.
Acting Deputy Chancellor, the Dean of the Faculty of Education.
Acting Deputy Chancellor, I present two graduates who have been granted the Associate Diploma of Human Resource Development. Barry Peters and Jeff Rutledge. Acting Deputy Chancellor, I present graduates who have been granted the Bachelor of Adult and Vocational Teaching. Danny Abraham. Maria Teresa Binder. Clifford Brown. Laurie Cochran. Christopher Crome. Rick Draper. Kerry Drinkwater. Anthony Dulroy. Philip Elvery. Tracy Evans. David Fackney. Jeffrey Ferguson. Larry Forsyth. Debbie Garbett. Sarah Groves. Desmond Harms. Rhonda Harwood. Jenny Newby. Susan Norden. Gary Palmer. John Perrotin. Mary Ann Phillips. Susan Parry. Noel Reid. Terry Scott. Redwin Sedgwick. Adrian Smith. Roseanne Wallace. John Warner. And Christine Williams. Acting Deputy Chancellor, I present graduates who have been granted the Bachelor of Arts in Justice Administration. Desmond Canning. Sophia Patton. And Shannon Wendt. Acting Deputy Chancellor, I present graduates who have been granted the Bachelor of Education. Mary Ann Andrews. Julene Baxter. Nathan Camilleri. Nicole Clark. Karen Dewhurst. Rosalind Dugdale. Damon Emtage. Mark Fisher. Natalie Gaskin. Hayley Jordan Maguire. Nola Kemp. Renee Lowe. Tina McCarriger. Sheila O'Regan. Danny Parker. Kerry Power. Ronell Raisin. Kim Russ. Warren Spink. Sharon Stevens. Sharon Stoneley. Antonella Toscano. Greg Wacker. Jan Ward. Lisa Williamson. And Charmaine Wilson. Acting Deputy Chancellor, I present graduates who have been granted the Bachelor of Teaching. Brant Best. Beth Claydon. Stephen King. Tanya Layton. Nicole Mason. Yelana Popov. Louise Stewart. Lorraine Top. Patricia Williams. And Julianne Worthington. Acting Deputy Chancellor, I present a graduate who has been granted the Bachelor of Teaching with Second Class Honours Division A, Tamara Wilson. Acting Deputy Chancellor, I present a graduate who has been granted the Graduate Certificate in Higher Education, Carol Davis. Acting Deputy Chancellor, I present a graduate who has been granted the Graduate Diploma of Adult and Vocational Education, Marguerite Michelle Innocend. Acting Deputy Chancellor, I present a graduate who has been granted the Graduate Diploma of Education, Kim McCubbin. Acting Deputy Chancellor, I present graduates who have been granted the Master of Arts in Applied Linguistics, Abdallah Bakaria. Jan Davies. Teresa Radford. And Jason Roth. Acting Deputy Chancellor, I present graduates who have been granted the Master of Education, Ian Alcorn. Brian Barker. Vivian Harris. John Lawson. Julianne McGillicott. Mark McKechnie. Christopher Meadows. Karen Nathan. And Kevin Toomey. Acting Deputy Chancellor, I present a graduate who has been granted the Master of Education Reading, Margaret Fletcher. Acting Deputy Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of graduates of courses of the Faculty of Education.
Acting Deputy Chancellor, the Acting Dean of the Faculty of Education and the Arts.
Acting Deputy Chancellor, I present graduates who have been awarded the Bachelor of Arts in Japanese. Andrea Bamberger. Rachel Carter. Jessica Freckleton. Michelle Grant. Peter K. Jeffers. Cara Manson. Jacqueline Uwe. Harley Weber. Acting Deputy Chancellor, I present graduates who have been granted the Bachelor of Education. Suzanne Gower. Margaret Hamilton. Julie Hokins. Vivian Marmers. Narelle Richards. Rosalie Sullivan. Jennifer Warren. Rosemary Wilson. Acting Deputy Chancellor, I present two graduates who have been granted the Bachelor of Teaching. Charlene Mitchell. Jodie Parkinson. Acting Deputy Chancellor, that concludes the presentations of the graduates of courses of the Faculty of Education and the Arts.
Acting Deputy Chancellor, the Dean of the Faculty of Engineering and Applied Science.
Acting Deputy Chancellor, I present a graduate who's been granted the Bachelor of Science, Stephen Willoughby. Acting Deputy Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of graduates of courses of the Faculty of Engineering and Applied Science.
Acting Deputy Chancellor, the Dean of the Faculty of Environmental Sciences. Acting Deputy Chancellor, I present a graduate who has been granted the Bachelor of Science in Applied Mathematics and Statistics, Brian Cordwell. Acting Deputy Chancellor, I present graduates who have been granted the Bachelor of Science in Australian Environmental Studies, Kim Bertoli. Katrina Kappa. Andrew Chamberlain. Stephen Clark. Christopher Clifford. Mike Cuthbert. Melissa Dagan. Shane Dillon. Kelly Duncan. Paul Finn. Brad Greenham. Jacinta Griffith. Marianne Gruber. Darren Howe. Kylie Hay. Marcus Jessup. Alice Logan. Amanda Lorican. Cecily Muller. Alita Ma. Paul McCanty. Alistair McWhirr. Lachlan Moore. Sally Nichol. Parish Ramish. Lisa Russ. Mark Russell Clark. Simon Samet. Rhonda Scotchimaro. Kyle Shepherd. Kyla Smith. Sally Strobridge. David Williams. Timothy White. Acting Deputy Chancellor, I present graduates who have been granted the Bachelor of Science in Australian Environmental Studies, First Class Honours. Edgar Lindner. Sean Redden. Acting Deputy Chancellor, I present two graduates who have been granted the Graduate Diploma of Environmental Quality. Nerida Belsa. Sarah Finauti. Acting Deputy Chancellor, I present two graduates who have been granted the Graduate Diploma of Land Management and Ecological Processes. Catherine Boone. Chris Thompson. Acting Deputy Chancellor, I present two graduates who have been granted the Master of Engineering Science and Waste Management. Lara Hutton. Wimalaratne. Acting Deputy Chancellor, I present two graduates who have been granted the Master of Environmental Education. Julie Davis. Wendy Reid. Acting Deputy Chancellor, I present a graduate who has been granted the Master of Public Health, Victoria Curvery. Acting Deputy Chancellor, I present graduates who have been granted the Master of Science in Environmental Management, Jenny Attry. Kent Bolger. Kim Campbell. Danielle Simon. Acting Deputy Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of the graduates of the courses of the Faculty of Environmental Sciences.
Acting Deputy Chancellor, the Dean of the Faculty of Nursing and Health Sciences.
Acting Deputy Chancellor, I present graduates who have been granted the Bachelor of Nursing. Jovanka Bobic. Helen Ingalls. Leah Johnson. Christopher Rains. Tina Louise Shefferson. Acting Deputy Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of graduates of courses of the Faculty of Nursing and Health Sciences.
Acting Deputy Chancellor, the Dean of the Faculty of Science and Technology.
Acting Deputy Chancellor, I present two graduates who have been granted the Bachelor of Biomedical Science, Gordon Andrews. Kelvin Henderson. Acting Deputy Chancellor, I present graduates who have been granted the Bachelor of Informatics or Bachelor of Information Technology, John Belchin. Gary Campbell. Hin Chung. Justin Claydon. David Connors. Chantal Marie Devereaux. Russell Everly. Jeffrey Ingram. Sophie Kalishkin. Paul McFarlane. Kamran Nasri. Keith Pack. Harold Sale. Glenn Shields. Colin Smith. Susan Sumitro. Lila Stanley. Derek Vanderkrook. Paul Whitmey. Acting Deputy Chancellor, I present graduates who have been granted the Bachelor of Science. Wendy Alabaster. Matthew Dickinson. Angeli Egan. Simon Fleming. James Grossler. Julie Lang. Jane Larkin. Scott Lutwich. Robert McRae. Kirsty McDonald. Kirsten McMillan. Frederick Moore. David Pike. Amanda Rocco. Belinda Sharon. Sloane Stacey. Tabitha Torres. Shelley Tramaki. Nicole Tyser. Damien Varney. Michelle Watkins. Acting Deputy Chancellor, I present a graduate who has been granted the Bachelor of Science in Biotechnology, Kim Granger. Acting Deputy Chancellor, I present a graduate who has been granted the Bachelor of Science of Media, Rachel Taylor. Acting Deputy Chancellor, I present two graduates who have been granted the Bachelor of Science with First Class Honours, Christopher Gibson. Carolyn Tranter. Acting Deputy Chancellor, I present a graduate who has been granted the Bachelor of Science with Second Class Honours, Division A, Amanda Hawkins. Acting Deputy Chancellor, I present a graduate who has been granted the Graduate Diploma of Clinical Biochemistry, Vicky Weston. Acting Deputy Chancellor, I present a graduate who has been granted the Graduate Diploma of Software Quality, Neville Sheff. Acting Deputy Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of graduates of courses of the Faculty of Science and Technology.
Acting Deputy Chancellor, the Chair Academic Committee will now present graduates who have been granted the degrees of Master of Philosophy and Doctor of Philosophy.
Acting Deputy Chancellor, the degree of Master of Philosophy is awarded to a graduate who has successfully completed a prescribed program of supervised research training, including a thesis. Acting Deputy Chancellor, Christine Joy Groves has been granted the degree of Master of Philosophy taken in the Faculty of Education. Ms Groves' study compared two different types of reading programs undertaken by children in their first year of primary school. Ms Groves examined the language interaction patterns of students undertaking the Reading Recovery Program, whereby children who have been identified as being at risk of not becoming good readers undertake a 20-week course with a specialist tutor, with those of the regular Year 1 classroom reading activities. Analysis of the data highlighted particular similarities and differences between the two learning contexts and provide direction for further research. Acting Deputy Chancellor, Robert Arnold Keaton has been granted the degree of Master of Philosophy taken in the Faculty of Environmental Science. Can you hold them here for me? Juvenile tiger prawns are more abundant in areas of seagrass habitat than in unvariegated substrate. Mr Keaton examined the factors affecting this distribution and demonstrated that not only was food availability greater in seagrass areas, but also predation by fish was lower, especially in dense seagrass. Using an artificially produced combination of habitat types, Mr Keaton was able to show that the juvenile prawns actively chose seagrass habitats with maximum structural complexity. This study has demonstrated the significance of seagrass areas as nursery habitat for juvenile tiger prawns. Acting Deputy Chancellor, the degree of Doctor of Philosophy is awarded to a graduate who has successfully completed a prescribed program of study, principally of research. A thesis embodying the outcomes of the research is the principal basis of examination. The degree is only awarded if the examiners are satisfied that the thesis makes a significant and original contribution to knowledge and understanding of the field of knowledge with which it is concerned. This afternoon, the University is proud to honour its Doctor of Philosophy graduates who have satisfied these rigorous criteria for the award of the degree. Acting Deputy Chancellor, Michael James Crock has been granted the degree of Doctor of Philosophy taken in the Faculty of Education. Just wait there. Dr. Crock's study identified the reasons for the uneven adoption and usage of computer-based training in the education and training programs of organisations. By examining the proficiency of existing programs, Dr. Crock was able to isolate 5 key criteria for the success of computer-based training. They are commitment from all levels of the organisation, identifiable economic returns, identifiable policy dictates concerning instructional technologies, adherence to design and implementation principles, and the presence of skilled professional staff, the study concludes that these criteria need to be addressed in a multidisciplinary framework to significantly increase the use of computer-based training in teaching and training. Acting Deputy Chancellor, Kumsam Siri Sunol Mapa Bandara Hirat has been granted the degree of Doctor of Philosophy taken in the Faculty of Environmental Science. Serious problems exist in Australia in attempting to dispose of toxic and hazardous wastes. The public is generally quite afraid of incinerators, and the cost of building an appropriate incinerator is extremely high. In some parts of the world, cement kilns, which operate at much higher temperatures, and then incinerators, are used for the disposal of these wastes. Dr. Hewitt has studied the experience of other countries and also examined the acceptability of using existing facilities such as cement kilns for the disposal of these wastes. It is expected that this thesis will provide the basis of a book which may assist the Australian public to recognise the economic and ecological significance of this solution, thus allowing cement kilns to become an acceptable method of disposing of hazardous wastes in the country. Acting Deputy Chancellor, Graham Kingston has been granted the degree of the Doctor of Philosophy taken in the Faculty of Environmental Sciences. Soil salinity has had adverse effects on yield and soil characteristics of some 20% of sugarcane farms in the Maryborough Basin in Queensland. Dr. Kingston has defined both the areas affected by salinity and the distribution of those areas which could face such problems in the future. His research has also identified reasons for the change in groundwater hydrology responsible for mobilising stored salts and providing guidance for improved management to mitigate water logging and the build-up of saline salts in the root zone. Acting Deputy Chancellor, Clifton Lee Miller has been granted the degree of Doctor of Philosophy taken in the Faculty of Environmental Sciences. Trends in farming and food processing show a decrease in farm numbers, the concentration of food processing into a few large agribusiness corporations, and a growing agribusiness influence through contract farming on farmer decisions about cropping and soil conservation. The social and environmental impacts of these trends have been studied in northwest Tasmania. Farming's future depends upon understanding how contract farming impacts on the farm family and the farm. Dr. Miller's study adds significantly to that goal. Acting Deputy Chancellor Craig Edward Buckley has been granted the degree of Doctor of Philosophy taken in the Faculty of Science and Technology. Many metals absorb hydrogen atoms so they can be used for the storage of hydrocarbon fuel. This is how metal hydride batteries are made. Dr. Buckley has studied the undesirable phenomenon of pressure hysteresis, which causes energy wastage. Hysteresis has many possible causes at the atomic level, including interactions between hydrocarbon atoms and the creation of crystal defects. Experimental and theoretical work determined that no single theoretical model can account for hysteresis in metal hydrides. Acting Deputy Chancellor, Mary Chebib has been granted the degree of Doctor of Philosophy taken in the Faculty of Science and Technology. Andesine causes a range of physiological effects in the body, most notable being its effect in the heart. These physiological effects are mediated via two receptors called A1 and A2. By synthesising a large number of analogues of andesine and studying their binding properties, Dr. Chebib has made a significant contribution to our understanding of the nature of the A1 and A2 receptors. Such studies will lead to the design of more efficient drugs for the treatment of heart disease. Acting Deputy Chancellor Ian Edwin Cock has been granted the degree of Doctor of Philosophy taken in the Faculty of Science and Technology. The earliest known sign that fertilisation has occurred is in the detection of an early pregnancy factor activity in the mother's bloodstream as early as 24 hours after conception. By identifying the molecules responsible for this very early signal from the embryo, the work of Dr. Cock provides a new substantial paradigm to guide further studies into the earliest events which occur following fertilisation and which lead to successful implantation of the embryo. The work will have applications in developing new methods to monitor embryo well-being and in studying the control of fertility. Acting Deputy Chancellor Carol Ann Davis has been granted the degree of Doctor of Philosophy taken in the Faculty of Science and Technology. Molecular recognition of metal ions is of fundamental importance in the material and biological sciences. Dr. Davis has undertaken a detailed study of the recognition of specific metal ions by macrocyclic organic molecules, leading to the development of a new series of molecules with metal ion discrimination properties. Building on this basic research, Dr. Davis initiated several innovative studies into the development of methods and techniques to enable the utilisation of these molecules in a range of practical applications. This in turn led to the discovery of a coating material able to protect the surface of high-temperature superconducting metal oxides against degradation as a result of exposure to humid environments. Acting Deputy Chancellor Michael John Dooley has been granted the degree of Doctor of Philosophy taken in the Faculty of Science and Technology. Andesine has been described as the signal of life in tissue function. Receptors for andesine occur in almost all cells and tissues. Dr. Dooley's study developed a model of andesine receptors using computer-assisted modelling studies. Synthesis of different classes of andesine receptor ligands based on the models were achieved. The model is a significant contribution to understanding the mechanism by which andesine controls human physiological responses and aids in the design of selective compounds. Acting Deputy Chancellor Duncan William Turner has been granted the degree of Doctor of Philosophy taken in the Faculty of Science and Technology. The compounds of copper or gold with phosphines find applications in medical science as anti-arthritic drugs and as potential anti-cancer agents, and as well exhibit structural, physical and chemical properties of considerable academic interest. Dr. Turner has studied the chemistry of these compounds in detail and has developed sufficient and cost-effective procedures to synthesise these compounds through the anodic oxidisation and dissolution of the metal into solutions of the phosphine and non-aqueous solvents. Dr. Turner's work represents an important contribution to the development of new electrochemical approaches to the solution of problems in synthetic metallo-organic chemistry. Acting Deputy Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of Master of Philosophy and Doctor of Philosophy graduates.
Ladies and gentlemen, there will now be a brief musical interlude performed by the Griffith University Collegiate Singers.
I now call on the Vice-Chancellor to introduce the guest speaker.
Acting Deputy Chancellor, it is a great pleasure for me to welcome as our guest speaker this afternoon Professor Dr. Muladi, Rector of the Universitas Diponegoro of the city of Semarang, Central Java, Indonesia. As a pioneer of the study of Asian languages and studies in Australia, Griffith University has had from its earliest days a strong commitment to the study of Indonesia and its language, its culture and economy, and an active basis of cooperation and exchange with a number of Indonesian universities. Today we are proud to welcome the rector of one of our newest Indonesian university partners, the Universitas Diponegoro. Undip, as it is known throughout Indonesia, was founded in 1956 and is the leading university in the Central Java capital city of Semarang. Our relationship as universities is all the more significant because it is embedded within the sister city relationship between Brisbane and Semarang and the sister state relationship between Queensland and Central Java. Professor Muladi took his law degree from Undip and his doctoral degree in law from Universitas Padjadjaran in Bandung. Professor Muladi's career includes music and the martial arts as well as law. We are told that he's an expert on the guitar and a most acceptable singer. Although my own efforts on the Kookaburra Queen last night to obtain evidence of this were graciously resisted. In the karate and judo area, he must be a formidable foe. He became the holder of a judo black belt in 1962. He was the champion of Central Java in judo in 1963. He was champion of karate for Indonesia in the national middleweight competition in 1964. He has served as chairman of the Central Java competition in judo and as an official of the Asia Pacific Union of Karate. In his professional career, he has been manager of criminology of the National Consortium of Legal Science, a member of the International Association of Criminology, professor and dean of the Undip Law Faculty, a corresponding member of the Commission of Crime Prevention and Criminal Justice of the United Nations, a member of the Indonesian Commission of Human Rights, and he is currently a member of the Indonesian Commission of Human Rights. Acting Deputy Chancellor, it is a pleasure also to welcome Mrs. Muladi and Professor Mrs. Muladi's daughter Fifi, who are with us this afternoon. I now invite Professor Muladi to address us.
Acting Deputy Chancellor, Vice Chancellor, distinguished and honorable guests, new graduates of Griffith University and families, ladies and gentlemen, it is a great pleasure for me to be here today in this famous campus of Griffith University in Brisbane. I feel very honored and proud to be given this opportunity by Vice Chancellor Professor Webb to visit Griffith and to meet and address this distinguished audience which is gathered here at the graduation ceremony for Brisbane and Gold Coast students. I indeed value this ceremony highly because it is a very important event in our academic lives, not only for the new graduates and their families, but also for Griffith University. Please accept my congratulations to all of you for this great success. As the official representative of Universitas Diponegoro at Semarang, I understand the satisfaction and happiness of having reached this point in your lives. This wonderful ceremony is a reflection of our successful collaboration among serious, hardworking students, academic staff, administrative personnel, deans, and of course, my colleagues, Vice Chancellor Professor Webb. Let me address my remaining remarks especially to you, the new graduates of this university. Today, the 1st of October 1994, must be very special for you because it marks the end of several years of hard work at Griffith, a rapidly growing university in the Southern Hemisphere with an international reputation for teaching and research. In these beautiful, modern and growing cities of Brisbane and Gold Coast, Griffith challenges students both academically and personally. These environments encourage commitment, curiosity, and imagination to build your intellectual, aesthetic, and moral capacities as individuals and as citizens. Griffith is a dynamic institution developing courses which equip graduates with the skills and knowledge. These are needed to meet the challenges that today's internationalized world brings to industry, business, and academic research. The combination of Griffith University's talented staff and highly motivated students creates a vital and exciting educational environment. You have been offered the unique educational opportunity to combine real-world experience with academic excellence. You are now entering a new phase in your lives, since many of you will be joining a specific scientific or professional community. As a member of these communities, I would like to encourage you to actively participate in establishing communities with a global perspective. These communities should not only recognize personal rights at national level, but also international duties and responsibilities. I would like to encourage you to strengthen efforts to build closer relationship and communication among nations, especially in this fast-growing Asia-Pacific region, which includes our two countries, Indonesia and Australia. It is my hope that better understanding and communication will eventually improve the welfare of the people in our region based on the spirit of partnership. There are still so many people in the world who live below the poverty line. In several parts of the world, many of these people have even become victims of political and physical conflicts. Let us try to do our utmost to alleviate the poverty and reduce such conflicts wherever we live. Let us try to implement our knowledge and skill in a more interdisciplinary approach for solving and overcoming problems facing our future. Ladies and gentlemen, it is obvious that Australia and Indonesia are neighbors, currently located in a region of rapid development, which is becoming a significant center of global interest. You may already know that the government of Queensland has established a province sisterhood cooperation with the government of Central Java in Indonesia, and they are trying to develop it even more. Obviously, that is one of the reasons why I, the rector of Universitas Diponegoro, am here today. I am not the only one who has come to visit. Just several days ago, a Central Java government team headed by the Governor Suwardi and Semarang City Lord Mayor Sutresno Suwarto visited Queensland for the purpose of strengthening and enhancing the cooperation between Central Java Province and Queensland and the sisterhood between the cities of Brisbane and Semarang. Therefore, our higher education institutions are also expected to participate and join together in this cooperative process. The visit of Vice Chancellor Professor Webb and his team several months ago to Undip campus at Semarang, and the visit of other Griffith officials that followed, were very much appreciated. Together, we were able to identify many potential areas of cooperation which can be developed in the future for our mutual benefit. Based on experience and discussion at our campus, we have decided that Griffith, with its diverse and excellent academic programs, is becoming our preferred partner in this collaboration. I appreciate very much that Vice Chancellor Webb has twice visited our Undip campus at Semarang to initiate the establishment of our cooperation. Therefore, I strongly encourage you to take advantage of this cooperation and agreement which have been reached. One of the prominent areas of cooperation, for example, is tourism. This is a fast-growing industry in Indonesia, having significant impact on very diverse facets of our lives. Therefore, we are currently working with Professor Webb and Professor Faulkner and their staff for formulating activities in tourism, research, and education. These activities will be based on the awareness that there are diverse cultural and natural tourist attractions in Indonesia. Because of the increasing demands of the internationalized world, we have to manage these assets in a sustainable manner. We understand that we have to focus not only on economic benefits of large-scale tourist development, but also on the impact that such development can have on the culture and environment if not properly planned and managed. We are fortunate because Griffith has a very strong program and commitment in this area, which is reflected, among others, by the existence of the Center for Tourism and Hotel Management Research, with its broad activities. This agency is very important in our efforts to start conducting innovative research on issues affecting tourism, as well as the application of this research to the achievement of responsible and sustainable tourism in the future. Your encouragement of these activities, I'm sure, will result in positive outcomes not only for our institution but also for the people of Central Java and Queensland and our respective provincial and national governments. Ladies and gentlemen, in order to put our cooperation in perspective, I would also like to use this opportunity to introduce my university to you. As I've already mentioned, Universitas Diponegoro, which was established in 1957, is located in Semarang, the capital city of Central Java. The city of Semarang has a population of approximately 1.5 million people, while Central Java, which is smaller than Tasmania, has a population of around 30 million. This enormous population is a significant feature of our area. UNDIP has a student population of close to 20,000 and is becoming one of the most important educational resources in Central Java province. UNDIP offers undergraduate degrees in 25 fields, graduate degrees in 5 fields, and professional non-degree programs in 21 fields. The campus is located in the center of the city, with major civic, cultural, business, and governmental activities are in close proximity. Special emphasis is placed on programs that will help assure students professional opportunities after graduation. Our programs are tailored to meet the needs of this diverse student population. UNDIP has approximately 1,500 full-time academic staff. The staff and students are alert to the challenges and advances of the urban and coastal region eco-development, and they would be eager to communicate and work with you. As Director of Universitas Diponegoro, I would welcome you to visit to UNDIP to explore further possibilities for mutual cooperation. I appreciate this opportunity to be with you at this time of happiness. I would like to extend my heartfelt congratulations to all of you, wishing you every success in the future. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Acting Deputy Chancellor, great pleasure for me, on behalf of us all, to thank Professor Maladi for his address to our graduates this afternoon. He spoke first of all of the general need for better understanding and communication in our world, and of course day by day we see new and challenging examples that face us all in this important area. Universities have been at the forefront of collaboration designed to bring about greater international understanding, and this brings us to the remaining important parts of Professor Maladi's address. First of all, he referred to our new and developing state and city relationships, which are extremely significant. I'm not sure that they're well enough known yet. The Queensland-Central Java relationship, already moving ahead on many fronts, and the sister city relationship between Semarang and Brisbane. Already this year, governors have exchanged visits, mayors and lord mayors have exchanged visits, and as you can see, even vice-chancellors have exchanged visits. And within our own university relationship, we have a very important project area developing, as Professor Maladi has mentioned, in terms of tourism policy and implementation, and the policy development that is designed to protect and guard the enormously valuable cultural and environmental assets of Central Java and to manage them on a sustainable basis. Professor Maladi anything that we can do as a university to contribute to that policy, we'll be delighted to contribute, and we look forward to a very active association. Ladies and gentlemen, would you join again in thanking Professor Maladi for his address? It remains for me to add a brief congratulation to all our graduates today on their fine achievements, and to wish them well in their careers that lie ahead, and to exhort them all to join our Alumni Association and stay interested and active in Griffith's interests throughout your careers. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, in a moment, the Griffith University Collegiate Singers will sing the traditional student song Gadiyama Sigatur. Please rise as the singers enter and remain standing for the singing. Ladies and gentlemen, the ceremony is now concluded. When the fanfares begin, please remain standing as the Deus Party and the staff procession and graduates retire. Thank you.